What's up, I'm saying? It's your boy Simon back again. I'm here today at Tower Hill Station here on the tube. There's different ways of traveling around London. Of course, you got the tube, but you've also got the river, which is down the road there. There's certain places that you can get across London by both the tube and the boat. I want to take this opportunity whilst it's a lovely, overcast, partly rainy day to test out both methods. I want to take the tube and the boat between here and Putney and kind of just compare the two. Let's head down to the pier. We're gonna get on the boat out to Putney first, see what it's like, and then come back on the district line. And yeah, you're gonna join me.
London's transport network is evidently extensive, with many journeys across the city having different options available. Very useful for when things go wrong, or when you just wanna spice up your journey a tiny bit. Here at Tower Hill, we're blessed with different services, including the tube at Tower Hill, the DLR at Tower Gateway, the multiple buses around, and one other method some people forget about: the boat. The Uber boat by Thames Clippers. Most people probably associate the Uber boat with tourists that just want to take a cheeky boat trip so they can add some spice to their Instagram stories during their holiday to London. But you gotta remember, the Thames Clippers are still used by regular folks who might just prefer to commute to work in style, rather than having to deal with a stressful train trip. I've actually done a video on the Thames Clippers when they rebranded to Uber Boat around 5 years ago, back when the editing skills weren't as polished as they are now. From the Tower of London, there are a couple of direct routes you can make with both the tube and the boat, and I want to compare the two modes of travel. Let's have a walk down to Tower Pier, which means that we first need to dodge all the slow walking tourists by weaving and ducking at pace. Uber Boat by Thames Clippers operates a wide range of services along the River Thames, which span the length of the city from Barking Riverside and Gravesend and Tilbury to the east, and Putney out to the west. We'll be heading to Putney today on board service RB2. The service runs every 30 minutes out to Putney all week.
I thought the boat was leaving. I was literally just about to be like, yo, what's going on? Going to boarding point D. I'm gonna tap with my Oyster card. I really literally just came right on time.
It's easy to pay for your fare on the Clippers. You can get single, returns, hop on, hop off tickets on the Uber app and the Thames Clippers website. You can buy a ticket at the pier, which is normally more expensive. And you can tap on and off with your Oyster card or contactless payment, which actually doesn't count towards your daily cap. Today we're heading on Mars Clipper, one of the company's 3 hybrid boats. This one was introduced in August 2024.
Now, as a patron that used to work on the river, I know about the boats and that. That tap has just hurt my card, but we're doing it for the content, yeah? We're doing it for the content. Let's get on.
$36? Yeah. I said much anyway when I was in school. Bro, we had
We're gonna switch it around on the boat during this journey. This boat is busiest right here, right in the center, so actually we'll head outside. We'll see if there's any seats outside. We'll cut about, check out the boat, and then once it goes past Westminster, that's when it will probably be quiet. Let's enjoy the ride. It is 12:45 right now. We're gonna see what time we get to Putney Pier. Let's go.
Off we head to Putney Pier. We'll be making a number of stops along the route, including at London Bridge City, Vauxhall St George Wharf, and Battersea Power Station. It's time for us to make the most of the beautiful scenic views along the River Thames on this fine, overcast day.
Now, the one thing about being on the boat, you can sit on the boat, you can relax outside, inside. You can have a bev, a sandwich, a packet of crisps, water. tube, because it is a longer route. It doesn't stop at London Eye or Westminster, so a lot of folk are just getting off there at the Embankment. We're going to move inside. Yeah, still surprisingly more people on board at Embankment than I expected. A lot of people are getting off, but we're gonna see past Vauxhall. We're gonna move the goalpost, because who's going anywhere west of Vauxhall? Except for me, because I'm an idiot.
The next stop is Pamvi.
As once again we do have a bring us on board, please ensure you have all Oyster cards, contactless paper tickets and or mobile tickets in hand. That's once again, please.
No, we do got ticket inspectors on the boots. What? Nice. London Eye. London. That's the London Eye. London Eye. London Eye. London Eye. We just missed it. Whoa.
This is a safety announcement.
Last time I was on the Clippers, I'm so many stories. Got on here at Westminster Pier and bumped into the most roguish person that you could ever meet on a Thames Clipper. Michael Fabricant, the MP. On the pier, we got on the same boat. We were going Greenwich. You know, it's just a bit odd. Michael Fabricant of all people. Right, we're gonna just chill, get our ticket inspected, get fined.
At Battersea Power Station, we end up travelling much slower than we have been in central London. At this point, travel times in this part of London are comparable with the times on the District line. But from here, if you're in a rush, good luck. You're in for a leisurely journey. Next stop is Putney Pier, the terminus of this service today. There are in fact services that head down to Richmond and Hampton Court during the summer season. And if you want me to try one of those services out, leave a comment below. Our journey today took around 68 minutes from Tower Pier to Putney Pier, and I paid £10.80 for this trip out west. It's not the cheapest thing at all. It's much slower and more expensive. But yes, you get a place to pee, to poo, maybe cry, a bar to grab a snack or a drink. And if you somehow become bored of the scenery, you can just scroll through some TikToks or something on your phone. I personally don't think I can ever get bored of the views from the river, so I'll be at that bar. I'll be having a pint. The perfect vibe is with earphones in, tunes blaring, tears flowing, boating.
Right, you find me here at Putney Pier after a very long journey. It took us 68 minutes to get from Tower Pier here to Putney. I'm gonna return back to Tower Hill, Tower of London, Tower Pier, all that area. But this time I'm gonna go on the District line, but that means I need to cross the bridge and walk a couple of minutes down to Putney Bridge tube station. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll see the minimal sights on the journey back, and we'll kind of do a debrief on that journey back as well. I think we should head down to the station, get on the train, and we'll just vibe.
Let's walk over to Putney Bridge tube station to make our way into Tower Hill on the District line and see how it compares to the boat.
I've made the lovely idea to do this on a Saturday when there's a Fulham game. Fulham are playing Forest. I've seen a lot of red and white scarves. I've seen a lot of Fulham folks. So Chris Wood, I beg you, I have put you in my squad for fantasy. Please score some goals against these guys, man, I'm telling you.
Trains on the district line out here run approximately every 5 minutes or so on a good day. Our train is heading eastbound into town, or so I think. The one thing you'll find about the district line, especially during the weekends when the football is on, quite a few trains in these parts change their end terminuses mid-journey. And quite regularly you won't even know what train or where your train is going until a couple of minutes before its arrival. This is a unique occurrence found on the subsurface tube lines, the Circle, Hammersmith and City, Metropolitan and District lines, which have significant portions of track that is shared with multiple lines. Our train is heading to Edgware Road, even though the board said the City, so we'll need to change at Earls Court, which might add a couple of minutes to our journey.
Yeah, that's moving a bit mad. I'm not getting on that. Look at it, it's full. There's... Oh, speak of the devil.
Next station is Gloucester Road.
Who's stealing?
The train is significantly faster, taking 38 minutes, and is cheaper, £2.90 off peak fare. But of course, I had the 1/3 off with my rail card discount. The thing is, you might need to deal with busy trains, especially on the weekend. You might have to change trains at Earls Court, and there isn't much connectivity or phone signal once you pass Earls Court going eastwards, so no TikToks for you. I guess to recap, the Thames Clipper is more scenic. It has a bar, it has seats with table, toilet facilities, and it's quieter, but it is slower and more expensive, and isn't part of the TfL Oyster contactless daily cap. The tube is faster, cheaper, more frequent, but in quite a few cases, it's not direct. It may be busy on the weekends, and you just have to deal with the football folk. I would say feel free on a nice day, head out to Putney, take the boat one way, take the train one way, and I don't know, just enjoy both.
So I'm back here at Tower Hill, literally like 5 meters away from where I started the video. Undercover because it is raining a tiny little bit. I'd say look, boat, tube, it's up to you. If you're feeling a bit leisurely, I'd say take the boat. If you're in a bit of a rush, take the train. I am going to continue on my random adventures today and get back on the same train that I was on. If you did like the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment. You know, if you want to help me get on the boat a few more times, Ko-fi, Patreon, description below. It's been your boy. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.